guys, and welcome back to Junior Master Gardeners. I am Ms. Kristin.
And I am Ms. Sarah.
We are here to teach you lesson 2 today. This is our red light, green light foods lesson. So we will be learning all about what foods are good for you, what foods are not so good for you, and foods that you should avoid. But before we get into that, we want to get into a review of last week's lesson, our PLANTS plant needs. Miss Sarah, I am going to say a letter in our PLANTS, and I would like for you to tell me what it stands for and do the hand motion. Do you think you can do that?
I think I can.
You students watching along with us, follow Miss Sarah, do what she does. If you can remember, try and beat her in shouting it out. Okay, ready?
Ready.
P,
Place.
L,
Light.
A,
Air.
N,
Nutrients.
T,
Thirsty.
S.
Soil.
Touch your toes. Touch your toes. Very good, Sarah. Very good, you guys. We want to talk about our nutrients that plants need. Nutrients are so important for plants, but not only plants, people need them too. You get a lot of your nutrients from foods that are grown in the garden. When I like to talk about food, I like to think about something that is red, yellow, and green. What does that make you guys think of?
I'm imagining driving in my car and looking up and seeing a stoplight.
Miss Sarah, you have a stoplight right behind you. I like to use a stoplight when I'm talking about food. How does this stoplight even have anything to do with food? Well, Miss Sarah and I are here to tell you that today. First, I want to know what cars do when they see a stoplight. So, I'm the stoplight. Miss Sarah, you tell me what you're going to do. What are you going to do if I am green?
I'm gonna go right on through.
Ooh, she's going to go, go, go. What are you going to do if I am red?
I'm gonna come to a complete stop.
Stop. Stop and think, yes. Now, what about yellow? Yellow's a little bit more tricky.
Yellow, I'm gonna slow down.
Slow down. That is a fantastic answer. A green light food is a food where you can go, go, go. They are healthy foods full of nutrients that you get from maybe fruits or vegetables, and they are so healthy for them, you can go, go, go and eat all of that you want. I've got some really good examples of green light foods here. Maybe try a salad at home. A salad is definitely a green light food. It has lots of vegetables and sometimes even delicious fruits in it, so you can eat as much as you want of your salad. Pretty much any fruit is also a green light food. So we've got this whole bouquet of fruits. We've got some bananas, apple, kiwi, even sweet fruits are still a green light food. You can have as many strawberries as you want as long as you don't cause yourself a stomachache. Okay, Miss Sarah, so we have a pretty good understanding of what our green light foods are now. What do you think red light foods would be?
Well, if green light means I can go, go, go and eat whatever I want, then I think a red light food means that I should stop and think about it.
That is right, Miss Sarah. Our red light foods, you want to stop and think. These are foods to avoid. You would only maybe want to eat these on like a special occasion like Halloween or a birthday party, but these foods are very high in sugar and they do not have many nutrients, so they're not very good for you. Miss Sarah, what would be a food that is really high in sugar that would probably be a red light food?
I'm thinking a soda might not be the best
Ooh,
drink for me.
That is 100% correct. Soda is definitely a red light food. You want to stop and think before you drink that soda. Soda is full of sugar. Maybe if it's your birthday, you could have a soda, but you don't want to be drinking one of these every single day. And it would also rot your teeth out, Miss Sarah, don't you think? Miss Sarah, can you think of any other red light foods that we might encounter?
Would my birthday cake and maybe a breakfast donut count?
Birthday cake and a donut, and in fact, I even have a pretend donut right here, are full of lots of sugars and fats So we do not want to eat a lot of those. We want to stop and think before we eat them. Is there anything else you can think of, Miss Sarah?
Thinking of something that could potentially be a little problematic. My favorite holiday is Halloween. Would Halloween candy be a red light food?
Yes, Halloween candy is a red light food. But like I said about red light foods, we want to stop and think about eating them. Miss Sarah, if you look at our stoplight, our last color that we need to fill in are yellow light foods. But yellow light foods are kind of tricky to figure out. They're not quite as healthy as our green light foods. We don't want to eat them all the time, but they're not as bad for us as our red light foods. They don't have as much sugar or fat.
I would imagine that a yellow light food falls somewhere in the middle, where you're not eating it all the time, but you can have it every once in a while.
It is actually a food we want to slow down. And it is okay to eat sometimes. Maybe a couple times a week would be good, but not every day. My favorite example of a yellow light food is the great hamburger. We've got some veggies in here. We've got some tomato. We have some lettuce. Ooh, we have some cheese. A little bit of dairy is good for your diet. And we have a hamburger patty. Our hamburger patty is made of red meat, and this is why a hamburger goes into our yellow light category, because you only want to have red meat a couple times a week. We don't want to have it every day, but our hamburger still has some healthy things, and red meat is healthy in moderation. Miss Sarah, can you think of any other yellow light foods now that we've kind of explained what yellow light foods are?
Well, I'm thinking pasta.
Yes, pasta is so yummy, but it is a yellow light food.
Okay, well then I'll take this nice plate of spaghetti and meatballs and put that under yellow light.
Yes, thank you, Miss Sarah. Can you think of any other yellow light foods?
What about bread?
Bread is a tricky one. I know most of you guys like this white fluffy bread, but we are gonna put this white bread in our yellow light category because it is not as good for you as, say, our whole grain bread. Our whole grain bread would actually go into our green light category, and you can eat that as much as you want because it has a lot more nutrients in it to help you grow big and strong. Now we've learned all of our categories to our stoplight for our food groups. I am gonna review with you guys really quick. So I'm gonna say color, pretend that our helper is not back there. So what are green light foods?
Fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables. Go, 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 eat as much as you want. What are yellow light foods?
Maybe a hamburger and some pasta.
Yes, with those yellow light foods, you want to slow down and eat in moderation. Don't eat too much of them. What are red light foods?
That's gonna be my soda, candy, and cake.
Yes, these are foods full of sugar and fat, and we are gonna stop and think before we eat these foods and only eat them on special occasions. And I hope you guys have learned something today. Remember, when you make your plate for dinner, put lots of those green light foods on there. Maybe add a couple yellow light foods, but try to stay away from these red light foods as much as you can. I know it's hard. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to take a picture of maybe your plate and tell us what kind of food you're eating, go ahead and tag the garden project. Feel free to share with us and we will get you in that slideshow. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next week.